All right, so let's talk change of gravity, right? What does that mean? So in long-term care, right, if someone slides out of their wheelchair, a staff member lowers them, they lower themselves, they fall, in general, right? They go from whatever their normal position is to the ground. That should be an incident report, okay? And you want to write that up yourself, right? I will share some background. When I was a newer nurse, right, working in long-term care, I had somebody who self-reported, and this is the key too. If someone self-reports a fall to you as well, you need to write that up as an incident and do your protocol assessment and all of that per your facility. So we had a patient who self-reported a fall, and brand new, probably a year in working, maybe less, and it just didn't sound feasible, right? It sounded like the staff member lowered the person in the shower, but it wasn't reported to us, and it's like, that doesn't sound right. So at that time, I had a coworker who was like, okay, well, I will follow up on it. I will follow up on it, get the details. Okay, so I was like, okay, cool. Mistake, right? If someone self-reports a fall, a staff member tells you about a fall, you witnessed, you saw them slide, change gravity, you need to do an incident report, and you need to get vitals, you need to do neuros, whatever, based on your facility protocol. So anyways, back to the story. So the patient self-reported a slide, or self-reported that she slid in the shower with a staff member, and someone else is going to follow up on it, whatever. Weeks later, it came up because the person was complaining of pain and had said the pain started after this said lower to the floor. Imaging was done, and the patient had a fracture. I don't remember where it was, but there was a fracture. And so then it came back to like, hey, these two nurses knew about this. And I'm like, I thought that my coworker was following up on this fall. Okay, so with that being said, what I learned from that is always write up any self-reported, witness, non-witness, changes in gravity's falls, lowering to the floor. You need to write them up. And if you are told you need to do it yourself, do not allow your teammates who, okay, you've been working all night, I'm going to do this, I'll write it up for you, because there's no guarantee. They might forget, they may get busy, right? And make sure in those incidents you are notifying, once you write it up, right? You're going to notify and do all your protocols. You're going to notify the provider, and if that person is not their own decision maker, you need to be notifying your family. Why is this, right? Because we are taking care of people. You need to protect your license, and you need to do what's right, right? So I just wanted to share that, Jewel, for today as well.